What's up everybody, it's Joe with Joseph Blake Photography, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some mock-ups that we have that are telling us what the next iPad will look like. The iPad we've been waiting for months. Real quick before we jump into the news about this new iPad, I'm Joe. This is my channel, Joseph Blake Photography, where we talk about news and reviews and gear and tech and really just kind of everything nerdy if you're a content creator out there. I've been on YouTube since 2017, and last year I took a year off for my daughter's birth. And while I was out, my channel got demonetized, my website went down, my Facebook account got hacked, and my Instagram got deleted. So I'm kind of in a rebuilding phase. I'd really appreciate it if you hit subscribe, hit the like button if this is the type of content that you're into, and let's hop into the information that we have today. So we went all of 2013 without our new iPad. I've had the same iPad since 2017, since I started this channel. I love this iPad. I use it for everything. More and more iPads are available as content creation tools, whether it's Photoshop, whether it's Final Cut, whether it's all the other apps out there. There are lots of options that you have to do creative work on the iPad. And now that the M series iPads, and now that we have M series chips in the iPads, they are even more capable. But it's been a year and we haven't had anything new. If you're looking to burn an iPad-sized hole in your wallet, I have good news for you. The iPad Air got its USB-C port in the last iteration, and that has been phenomenal, and it really kind of opens everything up. So now the only one that we don't have the USB-C port on is the least expensive model. So the iPad Air kind of fits in the middle, but what there isn't is a big one, right? This was the 10.5 inch model, and I loved the additional size, I loved the screen, everything was great. But the iPad Air has been out there a little long in the tooth, and now people are looking for something a little bit bigger, especially if you're looking to do a lot of content creation. So since last year, we've been expecting a bump in the iPad Air. We've been expecting an M2 chip. And since October of last year, we were expecting it to be a 12.9 inch screen. And now finally, we have some renders to tell us what this thing is gonna look like. Spoiler alert, it's a giant iPhone. So do you have an iPhone? Look at it. Now imagine it this big. There, you have the iPad. Now the iPad Air has already had a significant design refresh, so there isn't really a whole lot changing here, but we are seeing a size increase. The renders that we have show that it's still gonna have speaker grills on the top and the bottom, which is phenomenal. It still has the Touch ID button on the top and the USB-C port on the bottom. There also now looks to be a bit of a border around the LED and camera module, which is kind of akin to some of the older iPhones. And it looks like there's no major changes on the front, just a standard front-facing camera. The bezel sizes haven't really changed, and there's no indication of a notch or Face ID or anything along those lines. So really, if you have an iPad Air now, and you're just looking for more screen real estate, this would be the reason to get it. So if you really were holding out for a bigger version of the iPad that wasn't the Pro model, and you're looking to save a couple of bucks, but you need the power of an M2 chip for some of your creative endeavors, then this is gonna be the item for you. And adding in that M2 chip does give you additional kind of creation technologies in the hardware side, faster and more media engines, ProRes rendering, and ProRes compression, decompression. Now currently the 10.9 inch iPad Air with M1 is $599 for the base model with Wi-Fi. I would expect this refresh to refresh that model as well with just an M2 and then introduce the 12.9 inch. And so I think you'll probably see that same model, and then this model will probably come in at $699, maybe $749, with the refresh to the Pros, with them getting the M3 processor, maybe some additional upgrades as well. You'll see them probably stay at their current price range at $799 and $1099. So you get a 12.9 inch screen for, you know, $300-400 off. The Pro model, you just don't get the high resolution screen with the micro LED and, you know, all the other fancy things that you get in the iPad Pro. This is the type of gear that you are looking for if you are doing a lot of mobile production like this, or with a device like this, and this definitely hits the sweet spot for you, both price and capability wise. You know, if you're not in the range or in the budget to go pick up a MacBook Pro at $2,000, let me know it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm rebuilding. Please hit the buttons. Hit all the buttons. Every button you can find. All of them. Engagement's engagement.